In today's episode, we will be going over some of the best highlights from the matchup between T1 and BLG during the upper bracket round 2 of MSI 2024. Now, without further ado, let's dive straight into the action.
Did with that big wave being missed by the... Oh, no. The corpse of the cannon flew up into the air.
You know as soon as...
Oh, Faker going to get pulled back! And that is first blood going tonight, and it's a solo kill!
The golden left hand coming up clutch for BLG. There was so much movement on the map, we forgot about the mid lane. And Knight gets the auto off and gets the kill there. That is insane advantage.
Well, BLG now pushing forward here towards the bottom side. Guma does slink down into the mist, but Shun's making his way in. Arctic Assault is going to find the center, and there's the Weaver's Wall as well. They take down Gumayushi, and there's the flick on the carrier as well, but Owner is there with the stab. Finally, they take down the Tahm Kench, and a 2-for-1. BLG will take it.
BLG added Knight to the... He's already got the move in mid. The mistake from On was using the bailout already, but back to life.
Yeah, in the meantime, that is going to be the handshake on top of the rocks. There is the seismic shove, and Faker is just going to try and deal with the wave. He knew that he was dead.
There's a reason this was one of the most hyped up roster moves of all time here on the Senna, and Faker continuously scaling on Corki.
Well,
but
he might be dead yet again. There's the flash handshake to come out from On as Guma. He's trying to get out of there, but I don't know whether it's going to work out as Elk is just dashing behind him, finds the pierce, and he just explodes. Carrier, he has to flash to get on out of there, but this 2v2 is all BLG.
this is the best bot lane. Very early on to talk about them, but the classic Baron Rush.
Faker. Yeah, well, Faker's just going to face check, put in prison here, and the wall is set up behind him. There's the flash Valkyrie, using him in the right order this time around, but he's still dead. The rocks are thrown at him, and there goes the Corki for the third time.
Oh, Knight is just dumb. The LPL starts off on top esports, gets their first ever championship for themselves, then moves over to JDG, manages to flip the script and get another one, but now in Boss.
In goes Carrier, looks for an opportunity here on to Elk. The bailout should be there, but the Devour is as well. Elk, he is going to get taken down, not going to be able to trade back. Carrier doesn't even need to eat the Grey Health, and T1 are on the board in the bottom lane.
Okay, they got the resources down bottom to bail them out, but top side.
Bit of a trade here is now the All Out just going to pull in the special delivery Piggy, and Zeus going to be able to survive.
Huge move there as Owner.
In the meantime, yeah, there's a little bit more that happened towards the bottom side of the map, but once again, Faker in trouble. Knight taking a little bit back with that phosphorus bomb, but I think that he's absolutely fine with how this...
Coming through from Carey to start that one out, and there's just nothing you can do as BLG, and the follow-up then from Owner as well, knowing that he'd be able to get on two. That's 2 kills now with the Kraken Slayer completed for Owner. He's in a great spot, and if he can start to play around bot side once more here, maybe they can go again.
Well, it's got vision as much as possible. Knight and Elk with the most gold in the game, as we saw just there, is now Faker with the package at the ready, avoids everything, or everything misses. Package going to get delivered as the Drake now being considered by T1. Snare connects onto Shun, but he is still in this fight, at least for the moment. Faker getting a lot of damage, as there is a huge Boru right on top of BLG and T1. I think we may have started counting him out too early, as Owner hopping around this fight as his version of a Callista, and they'll take a Drake.
The unseen then has a big package to start up the fight, and the rest of Team 1 pick up the slack. Carrier really doing a lot of work for this team.
This might be a bridge too far here for Zeus, who is going to have to try and get something done to get out of here. Has ghosted, has made it underneath the tower, but there's the flash forward. He is going to get stunned to the wall with the Condemn, and there's the kill going over to On. 4 members going to be enough to deal with the Cassante here, and they should also be able to grab a second turret for themselves.
Just a question of how far do they want to keep going. Bin going to reset to try and move on down to the bot side, but Faker should be able to respond with the turret himself. So T1 at least only losing out on what is just a kill, but still BLG stepping up on this top side. They have the right and keep that for mid and a potential dragon in 3 minutes time. And Owner's the only one here picking up these.
Oh dear, there's a Glacial Prison, and yep, he's normally a pretty slippery champion, but it's not going to work out there. Tries to Heartbreaker, but he's the only one getting heartbroken here. And T1 probably pretty happy that they managed to get the first 2 Drakes this game, because this is a Corki composition. One, getting the first Drake, generally hard. You don't have the package available for that one. The second one, far more possible, something that they were able to do by winning a team fight. And this one, don't necessarily... All right, T1 still without any control of this Baron area. Some wards that have been turned off, and now, speaking of getting turned off, Owner is out of there. Things went black and white for him, unfortunately, and that is going to be Knight collecting another one. They also might augment this with a purple buff. As T1 now trying to get in there, trying to stop this from happening. This could be disaster. Could really break open the game. BLG down to 50% health on this Baron. The Weaver's all comes through as Zeus. He wants to try and get over that. Now Faker off to the side on a bit of a flank angle. Decent amount of damage can be done here, and that is going to be the Baron secured by BLG. Just beautifully played. Kill the jungler is going to go down. BLG with good pressure in multiple lanes. Now Bin not going to push any further forward. This is a little bit of a dangerous spot as he does get interrupted. Zeus getting that wraparound. Final hour does come on through. As now just looking to turn it onto Faker. Is this going to be the 1v2 as the all-out does come through? There's the pullback, and now Bin is so fast, he just kills Faker. Can he get out is the question. The answer is, does he even want to? Gumayusi coming around, and I think he will be shut down, but a 1-for-1, you take those.
Everyone at T1 was needed to take down Bin, and he still gets a kill. This guy is a monster. The Shadow Box do not let up. Looking for these picks, looking for these plays, and Bin, this was immaculately done. Turns on towards Faker with the invisibility, and even though Zeus brings in one direction, flashing away from the Phosphorus Bomb keeps his health up and makes sure that he can finish off the Corki. Nearly turning on to Owner as well, but eventually Gumayusi says enough of this as he shows up to wrangle him into position.
They had to use
BLG, they return. Knight cuts them off with a bit of a wall.
Well, Keria actually going aggressive there. Not sure about that one as now hostile takeover comes on in. Both tanks just doing battle, and Bin puts Keria in the ground. Zeus not looking as tanky as he has in some of the other games here at MSI. The inner turret is going to be taken down. BLG, just a couple of turrets standing beside the Nexus for them to get rid of. They're going to start with this top lane inhibitor turret as Owner on that flank angle. Teleport to come in as well. Xun down to 50% as now Zeus thinks he may have found an angle here. The flash forward from Gumayusi doesn't manage to find the snare, and neither does Zeus. The all-out comes on through. Faker delivers a package to the backline and gets rid of Knight. Could this be the team fight they're looking for? Faker, he goes down, but I think they're just too big, and Elk is ripping them apart, rendered down. And I think that's the last gasp for T1 in game one.
The speed up will
not really taking too much damage here, but is going to be able to interrupt Zeus on his attempted way out. And now 1 versus 5. I don't think that one's going to be winnable there, Zeus. As BLG, they're teleporting. They're trying to finish this one off right now. Knight heads towards that bottom lane carrier there to try and meet the wave. Knight is so incredibly frightening. 4 versus 5 here. Only 2 turrets remain here for T1 as they're looking to desperately hold on. It feels so hopeless as the hostile takeover is gigantic. There's another handshake from On. He is just so good at this champion. Gumayusi is going to get flattened, and T1 going to get pulled out of their fountain. Keria, not enough gray health to go through here as he will be rendered where he stands. And there goes the Nexus on game 1. BLG up 1-0.
The LPL and MSI.
These were some of the best highlights from the 2024 MSI Upper Bracket Round 2 matchup between T1 and BLG. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.